and welcome you all in my class. Children, I'll be taking your biology and the whole biology portion is comprising of 6 chapters in your class 9 syllabus. The name of the 6 chapters are, the first one is mentioned here, the fundamental unit of life, that is your cell. The second chapter in biology which you have to study is your tissue. The third chapter is food improvement and its resources. Fourth chapter, diversity in living organisms. Fifth chapter is why do we fall ill? And the last chapter is natural resources. Children, these are the 6 chapters that we have to cover in the whole syllabus of class 9th. And today I am starting with the first chapter, that is your fundamental unit of life, that is cell. Now, before beginning the whole chapter, let us now know that what are the topics that which we are going to cover in this chapter. The topics which we are going to cover are cell as a basic unit of life. Children, this is an introductory part. It is an introduction to the chapter that what is cell. Then second, the differences between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Difference between multicellular organisms and unicellular organisms. Then we will be studying about cell wall and cell membrane. And then we will be moving inside the cell in the organelles that which are forming the cell structure. That is your cell organelles. And among the topics cell organelles, the headings which we are going to cover are chloroplast, mitochondria, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, vacuoles, little bit introduction to the chromosomes, its basic structure and number. Children, these are the topics which we are going to cover in this first chapter, the fundamental unit of life. Let us now begin the chapter. Let us now begin, children, with the title of the chapter, Fundamental Unit of Life. What do we mean by fundamental unit of life? Fundamental means basic. Fundamental term means basic, the main thing which is very much necessary for us. Everything which is surviving in this nature is made up of cell. And cell is the basic unit, it is the smallest unit by which all the living organisms are made up of. That is why, children, it has been termed as, the chapter has been termed as fundamental unit of life. Every living organism has life in them. And that life can continue only because of the presence of basic unit, and that basic unit is cell. Suppose, children, if we take an example of a house, of a building, what are the main ingredients, what are the main raw materials which we require to make a building, make a house? We need bricks, sand, cement, water. These are the main raw materials which we require for the construction of a building. But among them, if suppose we don't use brick, we don't have brick, and we are just trying to make the house with the help of sand and cement and water, is it possible for us to make the whole building stand only by using sand and cement and water? No. Bricks are needed. Small pieces of bricks, they are arranged linearly one upon another, and they are fixed with the help of cement and sand. And then one upon another, small units of bricks are laid upon one upon another, and the building wall is constructed. And then inside that building, we construct a bedroom, kitchen, drawing room, washroom, all such parts are formed according to our use. Bedroom is for taking rest, drawing room is for sitting, taking entertainment, it is our restroom. We are using kitchen for making food, washrooms to clean up. So every small rooms present inside a building is utilized for special type of function, special type of activity. Similarly, children, every living organism is also made up of that simple basic unit. So what was the simple basic unit while constructing a building? That simple basic unit was brick. Without using brick, a building cannot be constructed. Similarly, any living organism having their body cannot be made without the presence of cell. Each and every living organism is made up of that cell. Small cells, microscopic, we can't even sometimes see also with our eyes. They are so microscopic. That minute particle, that minute cell is used for making the whole living world. Now, cells are the basic unit. Cells are the fundamental unit. Without the presence of cell, none of the living organisms can have, children, their body structure, and their body structure cannot function also. If suppose in a building, we are constructing the building, and in that building only a big hall is there, where we will cook food, where we will, if washroom is not there, where we will take bath and all. So, where we will take rest, where we will sleep. So, inside a building, small rooms are present for special type of functions. Similarly, inside the cell also, cell is also a body. Cell is also a playing role inside the living organism as a small body. And inside that body, small rooms are present where your different functions are performed. Just now, when I was telling you all that the topics which we are going to study, in those topics I told you all that we have to study about chloroplast, mitochondria, vacuoles, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus. These children, these are small rooms. Within these rooms, your different functions are going to take place. Different functions are going to perform inside the body called as cell. So, here we are going to define the cell. Now, what is the fundamental unit of life? The fundamental unit of life is cell. Hope children, you have understood this, that why cell is called fundamental unit of life. As in building, without using brick, we cannot construct a whole building. Similarly, every living organism, without the presence of cell, their body construction cannot take place. Their whole body formation cannot take place. Now, that is why your cell is called as fundamental unit of life, or it is called as basic unit of life. Now, let us define that what is cell. Cell is a structural and functional unit of life. What do you mean by structural and functional? Structural, I told you that without the presence of cell, none of the living organism body can be constructed, body can be made. Each and every organism is made up of cell. Whether the organisms are made up of one cell or the organisms are made up of more than one cells, that is multiple number of cells. Each and every organism, either they are unicellular organisms or they are multicellular organisms. Every organism is made up of cell. Now we have understood that every organism is made up of cell. This is a cell, this is cell, this is cell, children. Now every body structure is made up of cell. So structural, I hope it is clear that cell is a structural. Without the presence of cell, any living organism body cannot be constructed, cannot be made. Now we'll come to the next part, that is functional. Why we are using the word functional with the cell? Just now I gave you the example that if I construct a building, if I construct a house, and in that house rooms are not made. Only a big hall is present. Then where we will use, where we will cook food, where we will take rest, where we will go and take bath, all such activities I told you now. Similarly, inside the cell also, small cell organelles are present. These cell organelles are similar to the small rooms present inside the house. So, these small cell organelles present inside the cell will help in performing various functions. Suppose children, I am drawing here, this is one cell. So, cell is making, this is cell. So, the structure, the outer boundary of the cell is made. The structure of the body is made. So, cell is having this outer structural part. Now, inside it, chloroplast is present. This chloroplast is a room where food will be prepared for the cell. Now, this is your Golgi apparatus where your protein synthesis will take place. Now, suppose this is your nucleus, like your brain. So, this nucleus will control each and every activity of the cell. So, like this, small chambers are present, small organelles are present, and these organelles are called as cell organelle. They are called as cell organelles. So, these cell organelles are allowing the cell to perform various activities. And which type of activities? Activities like preparation of food, preparation of protein, preparation of fat, controlling the whole system, then transportation function. Each and every function is performed within this cell. This is one cell. Here children, you can see that I have drawn, this is one cell. So one cell is having all these type of cell organelles and this cell is performing its function. This is second cell, and within this cell also all the cell organelles are present and they are performing their own function. Third cell, all the cell organelles are present and they are performing their individual function. So this is having its own structure and that structure is functioning also. Having its own structure and function, having its own structure and function. So similarly, every living organism is made up of multiple number of cells and also it can be made up of one cell. But the cell organelles present inside the cell is allowing the body, the cell structure to function. And this, when the cell is functioning, when the cell is working properly, then the body, the system of the living organism will also work nicely. That is why children, cell is called as, cell is a structural and functional unit of life. Hope children, the definition is clear to you all that why we are telling cell as a structural and functional unit of life. For life means all the living organisms. All the living organisms can survive nicely, can do their work nicely. Why? Because they are having cell. And the cell is the structural and the functional unit which is allowing the living organisms to perform their function nicely. Now children, you can see here that I have written study of cell. Study of cell children is called as cytology or it is called as cell biology. Cell biology is very clear. Biology, in the subject of biology, what we are studying? We are studying about cell. So the branch of biology in which we study about cell is called as cell biology. But here I am giving you all one more term, that is your cytology. What do you mean by cytology? Children, cyto word means cell and logy word means to study. So again the same definition will come. The branch of biology in which we are studying about cell is called as cytology. Now let us move to the discovery of the cell. Let us now children study the discovery of cell. Come, let us now children know that how the cell was discovered, how the fundamental unit of life was discovered. Children, the discovery of cell was just a matter of chance. It was not thought to discover the cell by the scientist. He was by chance observing it, and while observation, this term came into its life and the whole phenomenon of the basic fundamental unit of life came in front of us. So the discovery of cell was just a matter of chance. So this cell was discovered by a scientist called as Robert Hooke in the year 1665. Cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665, and it was just a matter of chance. The discovery was by chance done. Now, how it was a matter of chance? So what happened? One day that Robert Hooke was observing a thin slice of cork. Children, you might be knowing what is cork. The outermost part of the tree, which we call bark of tree. So one day Robert Hooke, and he was observing that thin slice of cork under the self-made crude microscope. Children, the cell was discovered by Robert Hooke by his self-made microscope, which was very simple at that time. So in that microscope, under that microscope, with the help of thin slice of cork, the cell was discovered. And what did he observe? He observed a honey-bee comb-like structure. Honey-bee comb-like structure, children, look like this. Honey-bee comb-like structure. Now this honeybee comb-like structure is a hexagonal type of structure having 6 sides and all. So your honeybee comb-like structure was observed by the Robert Hooke. Now Robert Hooke named these small chambers in a honeybee comb-like structure, named it as a cellulae. Cellulae. Now singular form it is called as cellula. So while observing under the microscope, Robert Hooke observed a honeybee comb-like structure, this type of structure. And this type of structure was made up of small compartment, small rooms. So these small rooms was named by Robert Hooke as a cellulae. And the singular form is cellula. So this small compartments was named as cellulae. And what does the term cellulae means? The term cellulae means small room or small chamber or small compartment, anything you can call. It looks like a small room, small chambers. So these chambers were named as cellulae by Robert Hooke in 1665, and this discovery was just a matter of chance. Now, children, this whole discovery of the cell later on became a great invention. Why? Because this cell claimed that this cell is the fundamental, is the basic unit of all the living organisms. And that is why just now we have discussed the definition that cell is a structural and functional unit of life. And children, his whole discovery related to cell was mentioned in the self-written book by Robert Hooke called as Micrographia. The book named Micrographia is telling us, is having all the details about the discovery of cell, about the structure of cell and how the cells are functioning. So this book was written by Robert Hooke. Micrographia is a book. And this book was written by Robert Hooke, and within this book all the details of the cell is given. The Micrographia very nicely explains that why cell is called as structural and functional unit of life. Hope children the introductory part of this chapter is clear to you all. Thank you.